If your ball starts left and curves hard right on nearly every full swing, your club is coming over the top. That one move costs you 30 yards and sends half your drives into the rough. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what's causing it, and you'll have a drill you can practice tonight in your living room. Coming over the top is the single most common fault in recreational golf. Walk onto any driving range and roughly half the players you see are doing it on every swing. The slice it produces is demoralizing. You aim further left, the ball curves further right, and the cycle never breaks. Here's the part nobody tells you. Most golfers who struggle with this have been trying to fix it for years. They've heard, swing more inside out. They've tried to keep their elbows tucked. They've stood on the tee box thinking about it and somehow made it worse. The advice isn't wrong. The entry point is, you can't think your way out of an over-the-top move by focusing on your arms. The fix starts somewhere else entirely. And once you feel it, really feel it, the whole swing changes. The good news? You can start to wire this pattern today with no range, no ball, and no golf course required. Let's start with what's actually happening. Over the top means your club is traveling on an out-to-in path at impact. Instead of attacking from slightly inside the target line, the club head is sweeping across the ball from outside it. That path puts left to right side spin on the ball. You get a slice, sometimes a big one. And because you're striking the ball with a glancing blow rather than a flush hit, you're also losing compression, which is where distance goes to die. So why does this happen? For most weekend golfers, it comes down to the transition, the brief moment between when your backswing ends and your downswing begins. When the arms dominate that transition, they throw the club out over the plane and away from your body. It feels powerful. It feels like you're really going after it. But you're actually robbing yourself of both distance and accuracy at the same time. Here's the fix. And it starts with your lower body, not your hands. Step 1, lead the downswing with your hips, not your arms. In a proper transition, your lower body fires first. Before your hands begin to drop, your hips start to move, a small lateral bump toward the target followed immediately by rotation. This is the sequencing that every tour player gets right and most amateur golfers get wrong. When the hips go first, the arms have time to drop into a shallower, more inside position all on their own. When the arms go first, you get the over-the-top throw. Try this right now without a club. Get into your golf posture, make a mock backswing, pause at the top. Now start the downswing by nudging your left hip toward the target, just a small shift, then rotate. Notice what happens to your right elbow. It drops. It comes close to your body. That's exactly where it needs to be, but it gets more specific than that. Step 2, drop your right elbow toward your right hip pocket. Here's a feel cue that works for a lot of golfers. Imagine you're carrying a tray of drinks in your right hand at the top of your backswing like a waiter. As you start down, keep the tray level and drive your right elbow toward your right hip pocket. Not behind you, not out away from your body, toward the pocket. When the elbow goes to the pocket before your hands engage, the club shallows automatically and your path turns inside out. This is the move you see in Rory McIlroy's swing. In Jon Rahm's, the elbow drops before the arms accelerate. It looks effortless because the geometry is doing the work, not effort. Step 3, feel the lag, not the hurry. When you sequence correctly, lower body first, elbow dropping into the pocket, you'll notice a loaded, coiled sensation in your wrists. That's lag. The club head is trailing behind your hands on the way into impact. That's where compression and speed come from. If you've been casting, releasing early because you're trying to help the ball into the air, this will feel strange at first. Give it space. The ball goes higher and further when you trust it. Now here's the drill. It's called the pause and drop, and you can do it with any iron. Take your normal setup. Make a full backswing and pause completely at the top for 1 full second, a genuine stop. From that paused position, initiate the downswing only with your lower body. Let the hips fire. Feel the right elbow drop toward your hip pocket. Then complete the swing. 20 repetitions, slow motion speed, no ball yet, just the movement. When you add the ball back in, start off a low tee with a 7 or 8 iron. Not a driver, not yet. Give your nervous system a chance to build the pattern without the pressure of full speed. The driver comes after the pattern is grooved. 2 common mistakes people make when they try this. First, over-rotating the hips too hard. When you fire the hips too aggressively right at the start, you lose your spine angle and come up out of the shot. The hip prompt is a cue, not an explosion. It should feel controlled in slow motion. The speed builds later, naturally. Second, forcing the right elbow too far behind the body. Some golfers overcorrect and jam the elbow back past the hip, which creates a different problem, a block to the right instead of a slice. The target is your pocket, not your back pocket. Feel the difference. On the course, one thought only. Don't try to manage both the hip sequence and the elbow cue simultaneously during a round. Pick one per day on the range, then let it ride when you're playing. Most golfers find right elbow, hip pocket more tangible in the moment than thinking about sequencing. Use that one on the first tee and trust it. Also, the first few shots might go slightly right before they start going straight. Your old path was producing spin one direction. The new path produces a different ball flight, probably straighter, possibly a soft draw. Don't panic if it takes a few swings to calibrate. Trust the geometry. 2 weeks. 15 minutes of focused reps, 3 or 4 sessions per week. That's enough for this to start feeling natural rather than mechanical. Let's bring it together. 1. Your slice comes from an over-the-top path caused by the arms firing before the lower body in the transition, not from your grip, not from your stance. 2. The fix is sequencing lower body first, right elbow dropping toward the hip pocket, letting the club shallow naturally rather than forcing it with your hands. 3. Drill it with slow-motion, paused swings until the new pattern becomes automatic. Then take one simple feel cue onto the course and trust the work you've done. This is not complicated. It's a sequencing fix. And when it clicks, you'll feel it in your hands at impact, that solid, compressed feeling you've been chasing. If you want to accelerate this pattern even faster, one training aid I've genuinely found useful is the Lag Shot 7 iron. It's a weighted club with a flexible shaft, and the mechanics make it almost impossible to come over the top. If you do, the shaft tells you immediately. It's a rapid feedback loop. I've linked it in the description below. Fair price, and it does exactly what it promises. Subscribe for a new tip every week. Next up, we're covering the one-putting setup adjustment that cuts 3 putts almost immediately. You'll want to catch that one. What's your miss right now? A slice, a pull, or something else? Drop it in the comments and I'll point you to the right video. And save this one so you've got the drill ready next time you head to the range.